Hello and welcome to the Ilene Silverman Show. I'm your host Ilene, and on this week's program, our guests discuss elder options and their ongoing commitment to provide information, resources, and assistance for seniors and caregivers. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us for our program. I'm delighted to introduce my guest, Katina Mustafer, Chief Executive Officer, Elder Options. And Katina, it is just a delight to have you here, a real pleasure. Elder Options performs such an important service in our community, and you and I have remembered that years ago. We were in the fashion show, something new in orange and blue, doing the electric slide.
We were, yes, and I loved it.
Me too, and here we are now. And you have been with Elder Options 27 years.
27 years.
Yes, and congratulations on your second year as CEO. And I just have to say, what a history you have of Elder Options, and what a keen understanding you've acquired of the needs of seniors. I mean, I applaud you.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I'm excited. It's the first time Elder Options is on your show, so I'm really excited about that.
Me too.
But Elder Options, we are a nonprofit. We've been around since 1977, if you can believe that.
Yeah, I do.
We cover 16 counties, including the great county of Alachua County.
Yes.
And we are located here in Gainesville at 100 Southwest 75th Street, Suite 301. And our mission is to assist older adults and those 18 and older who are disabled to remain at home as long as possible, to remain independent.
Yes, I like that goal.
We know that sometimes there are time and place for nursing home placement, but we also know that if provided the resources and the tools, people thrive in their home environment. And that's what we want to do. And that's the mission of Elder Options.
And I mean, on a personal note, all of us are moving, if we're lucky and we're healthy, we're moving forward, and that word, I mean, it's all about our families and the people we know, and grandparents and aunts and uncles and brothers and sisters. And, you know, statistics would show, you can quote some, that more people are moving up in age than ever before.
Absolutely.
This is something to really understand.
Absolutely. Every day, 10,000 people are turning the age of 65.
That's incredible.
It is incredible, and that is going to continue until 2030. And so we're all aging. If we're blessed, we're going to continue to age. Exactly. And as we age, we want to remain independent. You know, I think about when I turned 16, and I wanted my independence, and I was so excited to get my driver's license. Well, the spirit of being independent doesn't go away as you age. It continues.
It's kind of a driving force. It helps people to thrive.
Absolutely. And so what Elder Options wants to do is to allow people to continue to be independent. No matter if they're having some type of health challenge, we want to help them overcome that type of challenge.
And when you talk about challenges, there are so many things to understand in the world of taking care of yourself or others, as a caregiver, as, you know, helping family members. I know you have many programs that assist people in many different ways. First of all, they're all free of charge.
That is correct. They're not free to Elder Options,
no,
but they're
free for those who call in for help to access. They're definitely not free for Elder Options. You've got to spin all those balls in the air constantly.
Absolutely. And the first step is to call our Elder Helpline. And that is a 1-800 number. It's 1-800-262-2243. And what I like to brag about is that when you call that number, you actually get a live person.
important these days.
It is important. And so they are experts, they've been trained, and their purpose is to first listen to the caller and try to address what issue that they may have.
Right.
And that includes any resources, any information, any training that they may have. Our Elder Helpline staff is there to answer those questions.
Wow. And I know we're going to take a quick break in just a few moments and then talk about more of those programs as we go through our show. But you depend on so many volunteers. And how many people on your staff?
So I'm lucky to have 71 staff members who are awesome. They do a great job. In addition to our staff, we have volunteers. We are led by a board of directors. They're all volunteers. They're not paid.
Yes.
And we have an advisory council. They're volunteers as well. And then we have people from the community who are volunteers that help us provide services in the community. For example, we have Shine counselors.
Right.
Who help with Medicare counselor. We do workshops in the community that are focused on caregiver education and training, that are focused on fall prevention classes, that are focused on chronic disease education. And those classes are provided by volunteers.
A lot to know and appreciate. We're going to take a quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back talking about elder options with CEO Katina Mustafer. And Katina, thank you for enlightening us so much about elder options and all their programs. Now you have a motto as we enter 2025, and would you share that, please?
Sure. It is know us before you need us. So many people call our elder helpline when they're in a crisis. And many times caregivers who are on that caregiving journey, when they're at their wits' end, they call us. We want them to call us at the beginning of that journey.
Right.
So we can help provide tools, assistance, whatever we can do to help them along the way. Caregiving is a long and hard road. And so we want to be there for them as they go through that.
And it would be frustrating when so often you look at the situation, Katina, and think, well, if I could have helped you last year, I could have made the journey easier, or at least being able to share the journey with other people, like you talk about your support groups and one-on-one is also very important. And that brings us to that important word, caregiving.
Absolutely. One of our programs is the Savvy Caregiver Program, and it's a training program. It's 7 weeks, and it's 7 weeks of education. It's specific to people who are caring for someone with dementia. And so through that 7 weeks, you learn topics such as more information about the disease.
Right.
You learn about what resources are available. You learn about talking to the PCP or talking to the doctor. You learn about advancements. Most importantly, you learn how to take care of yourself as a caregiver.
Very important.
And oftentimes, after that 7 weeks, they don't want to leave. They've made connections, and so we have support.
It's important.
It is very important. And so we have support groups that follow that 7 weeks where people can stay connected. They can continue to talk to and befriend
Help each
people,
other.
absolutely, who are in the same boat that they are in.
It's true that the more you know, the more knowledge. We always say knowledge is power, but still the more you can understand, if it's the dementia your loved one is dealing with, the more you can understand that and that can be a code to your own conduct,
Absolutely.
the better the situation could be. And it's a difficult situation at best, so no one's ever going to say it's a good situation, but you Elder Options are giving people tools to make it more copable.
Absolutely. Livable. And it's not only for people who are caring for someone with dementia. Right. We have caregiver programs for people who are caring for someone who have any health condition. And so we can just help them ongoing. You know, I think about when I've been in this field 27 years. And I remember when I worked directly with caregivers, and there was one, Miss Ann, and she was actually caring for her husband who had dementia, and her son who had terminal cancer.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And
You won't forget that.
You don't. And she needed to go out of town to take care of business matter. We were able to assist her. And I never forgot that she called me and she said that that was a lifesaver for her. And what it did was it opened the door for her to have resources to assist in caring for her husband. And not only after they both passed away, unfortunately, but even after that, we were able to provide services for her.
For her, as she moved forward in her life journey.
As she moved forward in her life, we were able to help her.
You must have so many stories of those many years, you know, people that, and I'm sure you've seen people revolve around and come back into your life for whatever reason.
Absolutely. The highlight for me is when people call us back again, because I know we've done a great job and that they trust and rely on us. And that's what I want Elder Options to be known as a resource in the community that's trusted, that's unbiased, and that's focused on helping them to age at home independently.
And as we've said, that is a goal for everyone. And when I speak to you, I understand it's an achievable goal.
Absolutely.
Yes. And we're going to take another quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back discussing elder options. And Katina, we were talking about the importance of seniors remaining independent. So share with us some of the programs that Elder Options has for that aspect.
Well, one of the key things about remaining independent is to stay socially engaged.
Yes.
And if that means if you attended places of worship, continue to do that. But if you're looking for other things to do to stay socially engaged, call our 1-800 number. We can connect you to senior centers. We can connect you to activities where you can volunteer at Elder Options, leading workshops, being on our board. Also, we have workshops that are virtual. So you can attend online classes that are focused on diabetes education, that we have for caregiver support groups. Also, we have programs that do some exercises like Tai Chi. Programs,
so important.
Absolutely. Programs that allow seniors to continue to exercise and stay strong and continue flexibility, which is so important to remaining independent.
And when you do this with other people, you encourage each other. You talk, you know, and it extends onward and onward.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's all good things.
Absolutely.
But sometimes people don't know how to begin. That's where the helpline comes in, where your programs thrive.
Absolutely. Beginning is just calling that number, and we can connect them to resources that could assist them in staying engaged. And what programs that they may want to volunteer for, any classes that they may want to take, any education programs that they want to participate. We can provide that information for them.
Well, it's exciting to think it's all out there.
It is.
Yes. And along this way, when we talk about staying independent and staying in one's home, that even takes you back to the caregiver and what you were saying earlier and those needs, because often the person can stay at home if someone else is there to help care for them. So there's just so many things, and yet sometimes I'm not sure we all understand what is entailed. That's why nonprofit like your Elder Options is important, because we need education just to know how to make it all work.
Exactly. Part of our job.
It's difficult.
Absolutely. Part of our job is to inform caregivers and seniors about how to enroll in programs that may assist them in remaining independently. There may be programs that if they need help with bathing or dressing, we can enroll them in programs that can do just that. And so we welcome them to call, and so we can educate them on what that process is. Not only educate them, but walk them through the process of
make sure it happens.
Exactly, getting enrolled.
I know you do deliver meals to seniors, but then you have opportunities to bring people together to share the meal.
So with the home delivered meals programs, we
Right.
actually partner with agencies that do that.
That
So
take care
here
of
in
that.
Alachua County, we partner with Elder Care of Alachua County. And
Excellent.
so they provide programs such as the home delivered meals program, and they have senior centers and congregate dining sites
Right.
within Alachua counties that seniors can go and have fun and play games.
Enjoy the company.
And enjoy a nutritious meal.
So that's part of your community partnerships, your collaborations.
Absolutely.
Working in a unit, working together for the betterment of others.
Absolutely. That is part of our mission, is to partner with other organizations in Alachua County, but also within our 16 counties.
Well, that's
to
true. You
provide
have quite
those
a
type
long, a large area to cover.
We do.
And we were talking early in the show about your staff and your board of directors and all your volunteers, but there's always need for more people
Absolutely.
because there's always more people for you to serve.
Absolutely. As I mentioned earlier, 10,000 people are turning the age
Yeah,
of
it's
65
kind of incredible.
daily, and so there's always going to be a need, and we're always looking for financial assistance because there's not enough federal or state funding to support
cover
that need. So we're always looking for financial assistance. We're always looking for volunteers to help in the community and provide some of those services.
Well said. We're going to take just another quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're talking about elder options with CEO Katina Mustafer. And Katina, there's a few more programs we want to highlight from elder options. There's one where sometimes seniors fall victim to scams, and it's very upsetting, and somehow it seems more prevalent than ever.
It is, and so we have this program where we assist older adults in educating them on how not to fall victims to frauds and scams. It's a program where we provide education, we provide training. It's not limited to seniors. It's actually available for the community at large, for professionals, so they can know information about how not to fall victim, but also to report if there's a suspicion of some type of abuse or scam. There's a 1-800 number that they can call. And so we provide information on training on what they can do in those instances.
Very important to know, because you always hear these cases where people give out information over the phone, which then it just starts this, ripple effect that's all detrimental.
Absolutely. It's detrimental to them personally, to their finances, and so we don't want that to happen.
No, that's another good thing. Yes.
Absolutely.
Now, and I want to say you have a great website.
We do.
We encourage all of our, viewers to go to the website. Every program is detailed. It shows you your board of directors, advisory council, but then there's this other important aspect: how to donate. So as a community,
absolutely,
we need to reach back out to Elder Options.
Yes. So they can donate. We have PayPal. We have other ways that they can donate finances to our organization. Not only that, but on our website, we also have a calendar of events.
Oh, yes.
That
Excellent.
the community can participate in. We have a wonderful online newsletter that individuals can sign up for. We're actually starting a new segment that's focused on Senior Spotlight, because we not only want to inform, but we want to inspire. And so we want to highlight seniors in the community to show
that others can be that same independent person.
Absolutely.
And you're on Facebook.
Yes,
so
we have social media.
Social media.
Yes.
And then something that you have once a month, a virtual visit. Tell us about that.
Every month, if you're interested in learning about elder options in our programming, we have an online virtual training. And it's an orientation about all things elder options. And it is available on our website. People can register for that. They can attend as many times as that like. We welcome that. And we're able to answer questions. It's actually not a recording, it's a live.
Walkthrough.
Yes, live through Zoom, and so people can participate and ask
and
questions.
interact.
Absolutely.
Outstanding. So they can, and others can say this program was important to me, and and
Give us
get that feedback.
Absolutely,
Yes.
and it has my staff there who are the experts. I'm not
Right?
the
And
experts.
then you get to know them.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But before we go, we have just a few more moments. Would you share one last story or?
Absolutely. The last story that really touched my heart is we had a caregiver who became the caregiver for their brother who was developmental disabled. And the parents had died, and so now she's become the caregiver. And for her brother who also acquired Alzheimer's.
Oh, this is really double difficult.
It is. So she attended our caregiver training workshop, which is 7 weeks, and she learned so much about caregiving, about the disease, and she participated in the caregiver program support groups. In fact, even after he's passed away, she's still a part of
She's still a part of it.
She's still a part of our caregiver support group. She's still passing on her wealth of information to other people who are currently in that caregiver journey. And so that's what we want. We want to not only empower and provide tools, but we want others to pass that information along to other caregivers who are currently in the journey as well.
Thank you very much, Katina, and to all of you at Elder Options for making that journey a little bit easier.
Thank you.
We appreciate all that everyone is doing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I'm so glad that you tuned in, and I hope you will join us next time. Take care.